maturation, and this is my 4-month update. I have not done an initial video of my instant locks and how they matured over time, so this was something that I've been wanting to post for a while. Once I got more information about my journey and how to say it and how to word it, here we are now. So I put together a few things on my notes on my laptop, and I just wanted to read off of that so I have a good understanding of how to go about it. I'm also going to be placing photos in the video so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. So I am 4 months locked. As I said earlier, I started my lock journey with instant locks on July 8th, and I chose the interlocking method for my root maintenance. My hair is a looser texture, so I feel like interlocking would be the best route for me, just to see how I like it. Also, I would like to become a loctician or a stylist and style lock. So I wanted to get to know every method and also use it. So I do palm roll my length of my locks for maintenance to keep that cylinder look, or else my looser textures on top, my 3A, will just go flat and I won't have that round cylinder look that you recognize as locks. And I wash my hair every 5 to 7 days. I've been pushing it a bit more, and I'll go over that a bit later. I wash my hair with Run Pure Cleansing Co-Wash in Vanilla Mint or Rosemary Mint. I dilute it and I add some tea tree oil and peppermint essential oil. I feel like the retwist method would unravel on me because I'd like to, like I said earlier, wash my hair every 5 to 7 days, and I like the ability to change up my hairstyle. So with retwist, I've seen my best friend has it, and he's very stuck in that one style until that 2-week mark when there's that budding and maturation, and then he washes it. I get my roots interlocked every 4 weeks. If need be, I can push it to 6 to 8 weeks. So far, I've been doing fine with my stylist who styles my locks. I believe I have 87 locks. I counted them out. The first time I counted wrong, it was 100. So second time I counted was 87, and I sectioned them all off to know exactly how many I have. I have received crochet maintenance twice in my locks, and this is month 4 with locks. I like it because it's product free and it works for all textures. And I've also studied how to do crochet maintenance and instant locks myself. So I got my hair instant locked July 8th, and I had flown to Georgia to get them installed by Loc from Ellie, and I'll add her information in this video or in the description bar. And my roots were interlocked, and my hair, my loose natural hair, was instant locked, where you use crochet needles to give the look of a matured lock. I did experience some budding with my locks, and I'll go over that as I get into these months. So when I came home, I noticed that 3 of my locks back here were interlocked way too tight for my comfort, so I had my partner undo them for me. And my first time washing my locks was very interesting. It reminded me of washing my hair while I was in box braids because I could feel the denseness of the sections and still feel my scalp. At first, when I had got my hair instant locked with my Loose Natural Hair, it had 0 product in it, and then I had already purchased some products from her, which is Loctician, which is an aloe vera based conditioning and moisturizing spray for your locks, and I used that every 2 to 3 days on my instant locks. They were really, really dry, and I tried my best to make sure they're moisturized prior to getting instant locked. I deep conditioned it, I steamed it, did everything, but it was still getting used to being in that state. I diluted my products and I realized, wow, I'm going to save a lot of money with my locks. So this was really interesting. I only use 5 products. I use the Aphogee protein treatment. It's a cream conditioner. I forgot the name right now, but I'll also add that in the description bar. I use the Jamaican Black Castor Oil leave-in conditioner from Shea Moisture, the Jamaican Black Castor Oil hair mask from Shea Moisture. What else? I make my own Flaxseed gel that I use on my curls. Sometimes I use Beautiful Textures curling Custard. Always love that gel. I've used that gel for 6-7 years now. It's a great gel for looser textured hair, and just really defining those looser textures. It's not really weighing down the hair at all. And there's something else I use. I can't think about it. Oh, the Loctician from TLC for Locks. And I definitely will be talking about that a bit more as I go into my months and how my hair matured. I really loved washing my new growth because I was able to get underneath the lock and directly scrub my scalp. I would moisturize my locks often, like I said, every 2 to 3 days, and I would steam my locks and let my hair take in the steam while I was in the shower, which I've always loved that. And now I don't have to worry about the frizz because with locks you kind of embrace that frizz. I used to have a lot of issues with having an inflamed scalp, burning and things like that. It would wake me from my sleep, and I've been experiencing it for several years. But now that I've been locked, I've noticed I do not have that at all. And prior to being locked, I was having an awful skin condition where all this, this part of my hand was, how do I put it, like scabbing, flaking, and my skin would go completely raw and bleeding. So it was difficult for me to take care of my own hair, and my partner started washing my hair for me, and I liked that. With locks, I haven't noticed that at all. My hands are healthy and taken care of now, so I'm really glad that all that worked out. My cat's trying to get my attention. Hi. Hi. Okay. I noticed within August and July I could not put my locks into a ponytail. I combed my hair, my curls a bit too much, and I was experiencing a lot of shedding and too much to have goddess locks. So I contacted my loctician to trim my locks, and she told me to comb out my curls every 2 weeks. So that's what I do. Every 2 weeks, I wash my hair, and I deep condition it, protein treatment, whatever I'm gonna do for that week, and I comb out the curls with my, I think it's a Tangle Fix from Goody, and I can also add that in the description. I love that brush. I've been using it for years now. 2-3 years? 2 years. When I did have instant locks in July, they were very rough. When they would rub against my skin, it was like very abrasive. After steaming them and deep conditioning them, all of that went away. They're very soft. They still had movement, and because my roots were interlocked, my locks didn't stick up. They didn't stick off my head. They laid down. But as I look back at my old videos and photos, you probably see that too, that my locks didn't really lay down. the way that you see over time. I definitely felt sexy all the time. I felt put together in July and August when I first, was going through the phases of having my instant locks. People even recognized my hair is locked. I remember I went out to dinner after getting my hair instant locked, and someone stopped in the bathroom and was like, "Oh my gosh, your hair is so beautiful. How long have you been locked?" And I was like, "Actually, today I got instant locks." So I was really happy and about that, and I just felt comfortable in my skin and with my fabric of my hair. I felt beautiful. And I would use African black soap that I made, shampoo that I made myself, that I thickened with salt. Yeah, I'm gonna add a video on that later. In month 2, my locks started to lay down a bit more, become dense, and my locks were very frizzy. My curls started to peek out of my locks, and that is called lock bulbing or bulbing. I did retwist the frizz on the length of my lock, taking that frizz from my roots, pulling it down, and wrapping it around the circumference of my lock all the way down to my lock. Then I would palm roll that to secure it. I did my locks highlighted or bleached or lightened in September. And I hadn't had color in my hair in a year, and I got color deposit. It was a semi-permanent or a rinse color, and the fashion color I got was teal. I still have that color right now. I love it. And my Loctician or my stylist did a palm roll and style. The bleach helped lock my hair. I found that it became very dense because it's very drying, so it made my hair a bit more coarse and had more grit to it. And she also told me, this is what my stylist said, hey, your hair is going to become a bit more dense because of the coloring. I did trim my fairy knots in September. Every couple weeks I'll brush up my hair and I'll notice that it's not as long or thin, not as long. It's starting to thin about the curls a bit because my curls would snag on the couch, snag on my jacket, snag on my pillowcases, even my satin pillowcases. My curls started to snag, and I never noticed that with my loose natural hair. So that was pretty surprising, a bit nerve-wracking. So look, I want these curls. I want these curls to last. But so far they're doing alright. They're doing alright. I did get some extensions added to my instant locks. I got 3 to 4 inches added in my nape area, and then some pieces in the front that were just really short. In September, I was able to put my locks into a low bun or ponytail, which I was really excited about. I could tell that I had a lot of growth. My maintenance was pretty easy. I still kept that moisturizer every 2 to 3 days, maybe once a week at that point. Steamed my hair in the shower, used my hair steamer from Q Redo, and I would deep condition every 2 weeks and protein treatment around every 2 weeks. So 1 week I would deep condition, the next week I would protein, next week I would deep condition, and so on and so forth. I had more volume and my locks were thicker. Now in September I had not, actually, so July to August I didn't give my roots maintenance. They were not tightened. So I had about 6 weeks or 8 weeks of growth, new growth, that I got maintenance in September. And you'll see that in photos as well. So in October, month 3, I started to palm roll my locks because my stylist told me they were getting very flat in certain areas. My looser curls, just my looser textures where my locks are up here in my crown area, they became flat because I was not doing anything to them. So she told me to just palm roll them after every shower, when they're damp, and then even when they're dry. And I noticed a big difference over time. That month I did get crochet maintenance from my stylist. I noticed my ponytail are just getting fuller and fuller. I can take my ponytail and actually wrap it into a little nape bun. My locks were becoming more cylinder instead of flat because of the palm rolling. I felt like I could read my hair better with locks. With my loose natural hair, I knew it down to a T, but with locks it was a bit different. I got to listen to it in a different tone or different voice, I would say. I started to add oil not only to my scalp, which I did all the time, but I would start oiling my locks. And you'll see that in my video on YouTube as well, adding oil to my locks, scrunching that in and letting that water really penetrate and moisturize my hair. Retaining moisture, yeah. I would protein treatment less and steam my hair more often because it is color treated, so it needs that moisture, it needs to retain moisture. And the steam treatments help soften it and clean it as well. I would deep condition my hair, but not as long as I used to with my loose natural hair. I would do it maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes just while I'm washing the rest of my body after washing my hair in the shower. Now I have calculated how long my wash day is. My wash day, I can say with confidence, is 45 minutes. If I do deep condition, I would add about 10 to 30 minutes more onto that. But wash day is done in 45 minutes. That's styling, that's oiling, that's deep conditioning, protein treating, that's everything. So I absolutely love it. With my loose natural hair, my wash day would take 4 to 6 hours. That's washing, deep conditioning, styling, everything. 4 to 6 hours. Yeah. In month 3 in October, I started to push my wash day a bit more and just see, okay, when is the day that I really scratch my scalp and I need to wash my hair? Now, I never scratch my scalp with my nails. I scratch my scalp with my fingertips or my easy scratch that I'll probably be doing a video on. I think I already have one on here about that, and I love that tool. I even bought one for my stylist. I bought it for most of my family, and it's such a great handy dandy tool for getting at those roots and scratching at your scalp. And I noticed less frizz in October. I think it was because of the crochet maintenance. I did not use any gel or pomade to mold or to give me less frizz. So my maintenance is very natural. In November, we are in November, it's November 9th today, and I got interlocking maintenance to refresh my color, and that was on Thursday, so November 5th. And my hair is the longest it's ever been. When I wet my locks, they're mid-back, but they shrink up to my collar bone. And I feel like my hair is starting to look more and more like locks, where I'm just looking at photos of people with locks online. I'm like, that's what I got. That's how mine looks. That's how mine's maturing. That's how it's bulbing. And that's how it's becoming more dense and looks like their size. I also protein treatment less, and I steam my hair more. So I'm just learning a bit more about, okay, what is my color treated locks like? Notice that my hair has to be saturated with water in order to really take in all those oils the best that it can. And I notice when I do that, I do not have itchy scalp. So that is about it that I wanted to talk about with my instant locks and how they're maturing. Right now they are in a style and I absolutely love it. And then my husband added some jewels, sorry, much my cat. Why am I listening to the word right now? I'm listening to the word right now. Jewelry on my locks. I'm losing the word, I'm sorry. I hope you guys can see how it's changing, how it's growing. I can tell a lot, but I hope the photos, you guys can see it. Thank you so much for watching my video on instant locks maturation. I will be starting a food channel with my husband soon, so I'm excited for that.